Hey friends, I've waited a few days to share this message because I can't seem to get my heart straight around what I want to share. This past week in our area, three high schoolers took their life and died by suicide. And I was contacted by many concerned individuals and parents and church leaders and school employees wondering what more can we do. For those that are familiar with the work I've done the last 5 years since my own sister took her life, you know that I have worked pretty tirelessly to share messages of faith and hope and authenticity, to talk about the uncomfortable things and to wake up souls and hearts to the idea that we are all broken, that we all struggle with parts of us that we wish we could change, and also to validate those that have struggled long term with depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation. I don't want to simplify a very complex issue, but I will say that my heart has been heavy because I've also heard from individuals that believe that mistakenly still that if we talk about suicide, it actually encourages suicide. And I passionately disagree with that. The research shows actually the opposite. So for the rest of my life, and any opportunity I have, whether it's on social media, whether it's in speaking, writing, TV, radio, podcasting, I will be sharing a message around this very important topic. I don't have any new answers. I'm not sure anything new I can share other than to say once again, every time I share a video or I do a post, there's at least one individual that messages me privately saying they were on the edge. They were in their closet. They were done. So I think I just felt that this was the time after this very heavy week. If there are any out there that know of individuals that have also been touched by these recent suicides or are struggling, I will say once again what I have said thousands of times. Stay in your body. You are not extra. We will never be better without you. My life isn't better without Meg. I knew what she struggled with, and I also knew why she got tired. And I just want to share with you that I know from a very personal level that the grief of suicide that is left behind is extraordinary grief. It leaves a what if, it leaves a questioning. And so for those that are also watching this that may not be the ones struggling with the suicidal thoughts, but you are someone that is trying to love and support someone else that struggles, and you're so afraid that your loved one will become a statistic, I want you to understand, I understand that. I want you to understand that I've come to understand more personally that there's only one Savior. I couldn't save Meg. I could love, I could influence, I could pray, I could support, I could encourage, but I couldn't save. And to come to know my Savior as the Savior, the only Savior, has been crucial for my own mental health and healing in the last 5 years. So if you are tired because you love someone who is struggling, I want you to know that I see you and I hear you, and invite you to take that worry, that anxiety, that fear, that panic inside that maybe your loved one will become a statistic, and tonight hand it over to God. Let him know you're too tired to carry it one more day, that tonight you need a break. Would he please carry it? And I know that he will. For those that hear me and watch this video that are struggling and are feeling like they can't do one more day because they're so tired, I hear you and I see you as well. And I invite you to do whatever you can to turn up the light just a little bit more than it is right now, whether that's through music, I often say Will Ferrell, Elf, that movie gets me through some dark times. Sometimes I watch inspirational movies. Some of my favorite are T.C. Christensen's movies. I love him and I love what he does on film. Maybe it's calling a friend. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's taking a hot bath. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's listening to Christmas music, which I listen to all year long. I do not care. Ask my family. I annoy them. Whatever you can do to take one step out of the dark into the light and turn the light up just a little bit more and hold on for just a little bit more, please know that you are loved and you are needed and you are never alone. Stay in your body. That beautiful, imperfect body is a glory that has been given to you. And it is a glory that the adversary will never have. He will never have your body or your family or your faith. And so, as imperfect as all three of those may be, I hope that this message reaches just one person tonight. And that for those of you that see it, that you'll share it, tag someone that may be struggling, that needs to know. I would love nothing more than to stop this statistical flooding of suicides. I don't have the answers other than I'm going to keep showing up and trying to do my part, and I invite each of us to do our part. And sometimes that is self-care. Sometimes that is taking a step back and trying to find a new plan B. Sometimes that means, as the loved one or the support, reaching out saying, I don't know what more I can do and I need to surrender this. Someone else needs to come into the picture. And I hope that you will take the spirit of what this message is. I don't want to hear about any more suicides, and unfortunately I hear about them all the time. And I know that as a society we're all struggling to feel connection and hope, and I pray that we will do within our own circle every day something, one thing that creates connection, that gives permission to one another to be less than perfect, to be okay with broken parts, because I've come to know those are the sacred places where Christ can come and grace can be. I love you. I'm so grateful for the thousands of you that have reached out and messaged over the years, have bought books or reached out to me at speaking events and shared your story with me. I feel like it's very sacred work, and I take it very serious. And I'm so grateful for my Savior, who's there for the nightmares and the hard days and the discouragement and the joy. And I know that He is there for you as well. And I hope that this message will reach just one person's heart tonight.